Previously on ERA Wrestling.
Hello everybody and welcome to ERA TV. Daniel Terry here with my co-host
Jon Diamond.
Jon Diamond here with me in the office this week. A little different scenery. Decided to go ahead and do it here in the office instead of going out to the studio.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is a little weird. I'm not used to having to hold a microphone.
No, I ain't either.
But anyway, big show this week, John. Got two big matches this week. Jordan Chrisopher taking on Eric Danielson. I'm looking forward to that match too.
Well, that's all fine and good, but we're here to see Pain get a hold of Wild Willy D. That's why we're all here. That's why we're watching. And you don't need to lie about it.
Well, I'm looking forward to Jordan and Eric. Both those guys coming off a loss from the June 9th show. Looking forward to see if we're waiting for Eric to get his first win here with ERA Wrestling. Is that correct?
We're waiting.
And don't be so sarcastic this week, John. Don't you get tired of that?
I'm not being sarcastic. I answered your question.
But also, Jordan Chrisopher wanting to get back on track and get a big win after losing a heartbreaker. Jeff Collette had a real good showing against Jeff. You guys saw that right here on ERA TV.
Yeah, but as always, Pain Paul got involved in that match as always.
You got Pain on the brain, don't you?
Hey, he's in our main event tonight.
John, I tell you what, man, you do, of course, realize that you no longer manage Pain and Noah Richards.
I know that.
Why is it eating you alive that you're not? I mean, you got a pretty cushy job here hosting the show with me. Why is it such a big deal to you that Pain and Noah Richards get on TV every week? Why is it such a big deal to you? What's going on with those guys? Man, stop worrying about it.
Hey, look.
You got a job.
Look, to me, I want this show to be as great as possible. And the only way that's going to happen is if Pain and Noah Richards is on TV every week.
I don't know about that. I think we got a lot of great athletes right here in ERA Wrestling. And folks, we're every day right here in the office, we're working to get more athletes in here, better athletes in here all the time. We've got several emails, several messages right here in the office when we came in today. Different people wanting to come and be a part of ERA Wrestling. You know that. You heard them the same as I did. And we're getting bigger and better all the time. And folks, trust me, this Jon Diamond will lead you to believe this is a two-man operation. It's not.
Well, okay, it takes more than two men. I get it. Because you got to have Pain and Noah, and you got to have somebody from the Beat On, which let's all keep in mind that August 4th, Pain is going to get his return match for the ERA Television Championship against David Michaels in Wartburg at the Central Elementary School. Correct?
That is correct. Well, folks, here in this show, we're going to be running down the card not only August 4th, but we're going to tell everybody at home a little bit about what's going to be going on at the WCO show.
Yeah, that's what, like 2 weeks away?
Yeah, and that is a TV tape. I want to remind everybody of that. A TV taping right there. July the 21st, WCO Outdoor Show. We're looking forward to getting ERA Wrestling in there. And
free admission?
It is free admission. Can't beat that price, folks. Free admission. But we're about out of time for this segment, John. Let's tell the folks at home once again, big matches this week. Getting ready to show you Jordan Chrisopher.
Yeah, we got a commercial break,
Eric
and then we're
Danielson.
going right into the match.
Yep, and main event. What is it, John? I know you want to spill
Wild
this
Willy D in pain.
Well, and we're looking forward to it too. But we're going to break away, folks, and bring you a match. We'll be right back.
On August 4th, in Wartburg, Tennessee, ERA Wrestling comes to Central Elementary School as the new television champion David Michaels takes on the man he defeated for the title, as Payne gets a rematch at David Michaels' television championship. And in the main event, a heated rivalry turns into a bitter hatred as the Mountain Man takes on Johnny Deacon in a no disqualification match. Be there August 4th at 7 p.m. All right, and John, this week, right here on ERA TV, we've got Jordan Chrisopher versus
Shaking hands.
Eric Danielson. What's wrong with shaking hands to start a match?
I'll tell you what's wrong with it. That ain't gonna win your match.
Well, no, that won't win you a match, but here you got two guys who's hungry for a win. You got really both these guys coming off a loss, John.
Let's be honest. Look at Jordan Chrisopher. He's flat out hungry. The dude's 80 pounds.
John, come on, man. There you see a big splash from Danielson.
Who's 50 pounds.
And a pretty drop. Well, look here, man. Everybody can't be in tip-top physical condition like you are.
That's a fact.
Here you see a crossbody, and just about got away from him on that one. He just about went out of the ring himself right there, John, I think.
Somebody must have opened the window or something. The breeze about caught him.
John, come on, man. Call the match this week.
All right, there's your chop. How you like that? I called it.
Now, we should probably point out that, two guys this size, when they chop you, it's not the same thing as when a Mountain Man or Johnny Deacon chops you.
Well, that's obviously true. I mean, we saw what those two guys were doing to
But
each
now
other.
that right there is going to inflict a lot of punishment, a kick right to the spine.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's going to wake up tomorrow feeling all fresh and full of vigor after this match, especially getting kicked in the spine.
And,
Even if you are getting kicked in the spine by 60-pound.
John, come on. I just wonder if Jordan wasn't going for the off the top rope leg lariat right there, and Eric broke it up.
It looked like it. It looked like he caught him right in the throat with that clothesline.
It did look that way. Here we're going to see Danielson go for a snap suplex. Both of these guys are really good wrestlers, John. It's just neither guy has really been in the wrestling business for a very long time. There you see a missed kick by Danielson.
It's because he got frustrated and just charged in.
And
feet flying.
Did that knee connect? Was that in the face?
It looked like the face. Obviously, though, it ain't going to do him any more damage than he was born with. Looks like Opie Taylor.
Another knee looked like. That looked like to the face as well. And a beautiful drop kick from Jordan Chrisopher.
I think Eric just has one of those faces that people want to kick.
Why would you say that?
Because Jordan has kicked him in the face a lot.
He has, but he's trying to win the match, and if you look a float over right there.
Yeah, but look how nonchalant that was.
It was, you gotta hook that leg in tight.
I was gonna say you need to put some weight on him, but I think the referee there had to stand on his back for him to do that.
What is up with you and dogging these guys about their weight? Here's a crossbody and another 2 count right there, and there's been a lot of close falls in this match, John.
I don't know if old Jordan Chrisopher there is what you'd say heads and shoulders above his opponent, but he got a neck above him, that's for sure.
What's that supposed to mean?
He looks like a giraffe. That's what it means. I mean, I'm just going to lay it out there in black and white. He looks like a giraffe.
Come on, John. Well, here you see Danielson. He's got the advantage right now, and another few chops. And I don't know that this is the best game plan to try to slug it out. I mean, you got two smaller guys. That's not really what's going to get you a victory, I don't think.
No, look at he's over again right now, and now they're just trading punches.
Well, here we go.
Mind.
Leg lariat.
Flying leg lariat. 1, 2, 3. The giraffe wins.
Come on, John.
He won by neck.
A big win this week for Jordan, coming off that loss to Jeff Collette. And what's he going to do right here, John?
Well, I'm glad old Jordan Chrisopher got a win this week. At least one of them will get to eat something.
John, I swear, man.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that match from Jordan Chrisopher, Eric Danielson. Big win this week for Jordan. John, a lot of sportsmanship displayed in that match.
Sportsmanship don't win matches. They're just wasting time.
Well, I happen to think that a little bit of sportsmanship is something that we need a little more of, not only here in Era Wrestling, but in the wrestling business in general.
Well, you want a good example of someone in the wrestling business. Right now on the phone, we have the greatest wrestler in Era Wrestling, Mr. Noah Richards.
That's right, John Diamond. I am the greatest wrestler in Era Wrestling. And speaking of sportsmanship, I've got more sportsmanship in my pinky than any of those boys. And somebody that doesn't have any sportsmanship is Wild Willy D. Coming out of my knot off, stepping my toes, making a fool out of me in front of all those people. That is disrespectful. That is poor sportsmanship.
Noah, can you hear me? Did you get paid for that match or not?
Did I get paid?
Did you get paid that night? Yes or no?
I got paid. Yes.
Well, why would you have the night off on a night that you're getting paid?
Because the guy that I'm supposed to wrestle didn't show up because he's a wimp. He's a crybaby.
Well, I disagree with that, but the fact of the matter is, it doesn't really matter if you or John, either one, likes it. In the record books, it's going to show Wild Willy D gets a victory over Noah Richards. That's what we know.
That was not even a sanctioned match. That was impromptu from a GM or president, whatever it is.
It was a sanctioned match once the president of the board of directors said, give me a referee. At that point in time, it became a sanctioned match.
He brutally attacked me out of the ring. That is not a sanctioned match. That is, he attacked me. He's lucky I didn't file a lawsuit. He broke my toes. Well, this interview's over. I'm done.
Thank you. Best news I've had the whole interview. I guess he's gone, John.
I don't blame you. You were just rude.
John, if you're going to be in the wrestling business, somebody books you to come to a show, you know you're supposed to wrestle. Why would you think in your mind you would have the night off when you're showing up with the expectation of
Because
getting
his
paid?
opponent could not make it. Harley Stone could not make it.
Well, here's what I know. I know that our office, I know that Era Wrestling in general, they're going to do their best to give the folks at home what they're promising them that they're going to give them. And in order to do that, whatever it is you advertise, you have to give people. We advertised that Noah Richards was going to be there. Unfortunately, the instance with Harley, that stuff like that's going to happen. It's wrestling. People's going to get hurt. People's going to get beat up. People's going to get sick and not be able to show up. But Noah Richards was there. We expect him to wrestle.
Well, here's what people can expect. People can expect tonight to see Willie D take a beating because he's going one-on-one with Payne.
Well, that remains to be seen, John. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, Noah Richards is so gung-ho about getting back in the ring. Why don't we just schedule another match? He's mad at Wild Willy D. Why don't we just schedule another match?
Well, I'm sure Noah Richards would not mind stepping in the ring with Willie D. But you can't just spring something like that on him.
I'm not springing it on him. He's got a week of preparation. Obviously you got his number. I didn't even know he's on the phone. call the man, ask him if he's interested in wrestling Wild Willy D right here on ERA TV next week. Hey, man, I can call the president, J.J. Wendell, and I'm sure J.J.'d make that match happen.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
But anyway, we're not going to sit here and bicker and fuss anymore, folks. We're going to break away, and we'll be right back.
On August 4th, in Wartburg, Tennessee, ERA Wrestling comes to Central Elementary School as the new television champion David Michaels takes on the man he defeated for the title, as Payne gets a rematch at David Michaels' television championship. And in the main event, a heated rivalry turns into a bitter hatred as the Mountain Man takes on Johnny Deacon in a no disqualification match. Be there August 4th at 7 p.m.
Hello, welcome back, everybody. And this week, John wanted to bring back the ERA Mailbag. Got some emails and as well the live show that I do with Doc Hall.
Nice to hear from old Noah Richards a minute ago, too, wasn't it?
No. I didn't care much for it. We got time that we were allotted on each one of these segments that we bring you each week, folks, and we got a 30-minute time slot to fill, and we don't really have time to waste with Noah. If he, wants to rant and rave, he don't need to be calling the show. He needs to be calling Mr. Wendell. Anyway, we ain't got time for this, John. We're going to get to the mailbag this week. What do we got on tap question-wise?
Well, we've got two big questions here.
Okay.
Well, clearly we got more than two questions, but we're kind of having to pick and choose. They're kind of backing up on us. First question is from Ann from Rockwood. She wants to know, is there any new info on Harley Stone's condition?
There is a little bit of information starting to filter in. Harley's starting to recover a little, so he has called here at the office. I do know that. And as far as I know, next week we're supposed to have a phone interview with Harley right here on ERA TV. I'm looking forward to talking to Harley, and we're still in the dark about what happened. We saw the pictures, and we know
brutal.
Well, we know what the pictures look like. And folks, just to put it in context, what the pictures look like. This guy sitting to my left right here, he's just about as uncaring as anybody you could ever find, and even he, kind of winced a little bit seeing those pictures.
Uncalled for is what it was.
Yeah, it was. We're looking forward to seeing Harley back here in ERA Wrestling and hearing from him next week on a phone interview. Hopefully that answers the question.
Hope so. Ready for another question?
Ready.
Jason from Crossville, he wants to know, he says, I noticed Draven Lee's title shot hasn't been advertised. He's referring to the ERA Television title championship. Oh, yeah. He says, when will he be getting a shot of the television championship?
Well, what's happening right now is Draven won June 9th, qualified him for a title shot. And I'm assuming that's what the individual is referring to.
Yeah, most likely.
He is qualified for a title shot, but presently we must award, this is not a decision made by anybody, you must award the former champion a rematch before anyone else can be granted a title shot. That's correct, right?
That's correct.
So right now, in Wartburg on August 4th, Payne's scheduled to get a rematch, and that's, you guys are seeing a commercial here this week, and we've been talking about it throughout the segments. We're looking forward to that Wartburg show, and Payne's pretty upset. And David's a good friend of mine. I like David a lot, but I've also been in the ring with Payne a lot. A lot of you guys out there know I used to wrestle myself. A mad Payne is a lot to deal with.
Well, just think, Wild Willy D has to put up with that here in just a minute.
He does. But anyway, folks, we ask that you continue to send us your emails. We want to know what you think about the show, good or bad, folks. We can take the criticism. Trust me, we can. And but we're out of time right now on the mailbag this week, John. But want to keep in mind, folks, AirWrestling.com, Facebook, Twitter. Very, very simple and easy to get a hold of us. Let us know what you think. And for the guys, we read your email here this week. You will get a free admission to one of our shows. Just email us back. Let us know your information. Is that correct?
Yep.
So
Time for the match.
it is. It's time for the match. And wow. I don't know. Willie, good luck to you. But like I said, Payne's somewhat
Angry.
upset. He is. But folks, we're going to break away here in the office, and we're going to bring you that match.
Yeah, looky there, Dan. It's old toe stomper.
John,
Wild Willy D.
you're still on that.
What kind of grease-covered buffoon attacks a man in flip-flops?
Folks at home, once again, John Diamond talking about Wild Willy D and Noah Richards match on June 9th.
Look at that. Closed fist. Over and over. And the old referee there's doing nothing about it.
Yeah, well, I guess we should point out to the folks at home, your good buddy, Payne, former television champion in this match. And Payne trying to get back on track and get a win this week.
Why don't you just leave that word former out of the equation? Because August 4th in Wartburg, that's going to change. He's going to get his championship back. Everybody knows
The word
that.
former's not a bad word. I mean, he was a champion.
Well, he's going to be a two-time champion.
Well, that'll be fine. But right now, like it or not, he's the former champion.
But I don't like it. He should still be champion. Jeff Collette had no business up there.
Here you see Payne stalling.
He is not stalling. What he's doing, he's letting Wild Willy D catch his breath. 'Cause I saw him backstage eating a pack of saltines, and he got winded doing it.
Why would Payne want him to catch his breath?
Because he don't want him to pass out and fall on him.
No.
He'll probably land on his toe and break it like he about did Noah Richards.
Well, what are you alluding to? I mean,
I'm alluding to Wild Willy D's fat. He got a shake.
that's what I thought you were trying to say, but you know, ain't they really on a level playing field with that?
You implying that Payne is fat?
Well, let's just say he's shopping in the husky section.
That's muscle, what that is.
Well, I'd say there's a little bit under there, but
It's all muscle.
well, here we got Wild Willy D getting the
We ain't
upper
got
hand
much
there.
then, do we?
I tell you what, John.
What's going to happen here in a minute is Payne is going to knock the tattoos off of him.
Well, now, we know Wild Willy D's a tough customer. We know he got a big win over Noah Richards.
That wasn't a win.
What was it?
That was an attack. That was an assault. Attacking a man. He wasn't ready to have a wrestling match.
But he was still scheduled to have one.
His opponent wasn't
And
there.
there's a hard clothesline from Payne that way.
He don't know how to do a clothesline that's not hard. That man will knock his teeth out.
Here it looks like he's setting him up to a suplex, John.
I'm pretty sure if he suplexes Wild Willy D, he can go right to the ring.
Looks like Payne might have hurt his back a little bit right there. And here comes Willie on the offensive, John.
Well, have you ever tried to suplex a tow truck? Because it's the same situation you got right there.
And I thought Payne was going to get out of Dodge right there, but I don't know really what he's doing.
He is no coward. He is not going to hightail it.
He may have a back injury right here.
No, he's fine. He just needs to shake it off.
Well, John, he better shake it off awful quick because Wild Willy D looks like he's ready to go here.
No, Wild Willy D looks hungry. That's what he looks like when he wakes up. That's what he looks like when he goes to bed. And he just got a whole dinner right there, that foot to the gut. You look at this.
What's he gonna do right here? Another boot?
In a head.
gut and a headbutt. John, it looked like to me Payne just about knocked himself out right there.
No. See, something like that ain't gonna phase Payne. Now Willie, on the other hand, this match very open for him. He may as well just crawl out of the ring.
There, a kick to the head. I'll tell you what, man, Payne, he's a rough and tough dude, and everything he does, and I know from experience, everything he does in the ring hurts. I mean, he just, everything's got such a big impact to it, folks. And I know Willie's got to be laying there right now thinking, wow, what to get himself into.
Now, who would think that a man named Payne would inflict pain on his opponents? Unheard of. Now, see, look at that. He's got him covered. He's got a hint. The referee can't. Referees gets Payne.
Looked to me like he had a chokehold, John, but you know.
You need some new spectacles.
Maybe my monitor's not working the same as yours is working right now.
Doesn't seem like it.
Maybe my lighting's off. I don't know.
That's what it is.
But anyway, here we got like a 2 count. And what's with, I'll tell you what, Payne,
That's a pin right there.
he never shuts up. Does he ever stop talking?
He got a lot to say.
Apparently, he does.
Man,
yes.
he is full of wisdom. A person would be smart to listen to him. They learn a lot.
Man, he talks more than a teenage girl.
He got a lot to say. I'm telling
Here
you, you'll
you
learn a
got-
lot.
here you got-
Look at the closed fist. Look at them
Well,
closed fists.
I don't know if they're closed. How can you tell? Oh, you got the super monitor over here. I forgot.
Man, you need a new monitor. I know a guy.
But anyway, here you got Willie going. Looked like going for a
No.
bulldog. Oh, and John, I believe he might have knocked himself out on the post.
He's out. He's out, Cole. That's 1, 2,
Wow,
3. right
he's
there.
got
That's
his
that.
feet on the ropes, John.
I didn't see no feet on the ropes. I saw Payne get the
Oh,
victory.
so all of a sudden your monitor stopped working.
My monitor's fine. It just didn't happen.
Well, for John Diamond, I'm Daniel Terry. We gotta go. Good night, everybody.
Payne's my hero, man.
On August 4th, in Wartburg, Tennessee, ERA Wrestling comes to Central Elementary School as the new television champion David Michaels takes on the man he defeated for the title, as Payne gets a rematch at David Michaels' television championship. And in the main event, a heated rivalry turns into a bitter hatred as the Mountain Man takes on Johnny Deacon in a no disqualification match. Be there August 4th at 7 p.m.